Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Wildboro podcast. It is New Year's Day of 2025, and I thought it would be appropriate to reflect on the past year a little bit. And it's been about 1 year of podcasting, so wanted to take a little trip down memory lane and kind of evaluate how things have played out over the past year. And I guess just talking about why I started the podcast in the first place was because really I was kind of bored, to be honest with you. Last fall I took a skiing road trip last November, and the point of the road trip was to just give myself some time to relax, really. And it was a long break from work, and I wanted to relearn how to relax, which I think we kind of forget how to do because we are under a lot of stress and pressure a lot of the time. For me, that was a lot coming from my job as a web developer, just working with deadlines a lot. And so I kind of intentionally didn't have a lot on my schedule. And that was kind of the point of my whole skiing road trip, was to just be able to wake up and take my time and have breakfast and, not really rush or anything. And that was really hard for me. It was a big adjustment to not have some sort of deadline or thing I had to do that day. And so there was a lot of boredom involved, though, to be honest with you, because I didn't have a lot going on. But that's what I needed, and it did pay off eventually. But so that's why I started the podcast, was I was reading the news a lot, and it gave me something to talk about. And so the first episodes were about the news, and specifically they were about economic issues and kind of the bigger economic picture of what's happening in this country. And my thesis was that that's really what's affecting our day-to-day lives, and it just doesn't get talked about as much as it should, which I think it kind of played out with the election this year. Neither candidate really talked about these fundamental economic issues, like the national debt, which is getting close to $40 trillion, which is just insane. And, the interest rate on that, and how is that ever going to be paid down? The Federal Reserve, they were lowering rates. Now it's looking like they're going to stop lowering rates for a little bit. And the interest payments on the debt are just getting insane. And it's like this existential question, in my opinion, for the finances of the U.S. government, which affects a lot of aspects of our lives. It's like, how is this institution going to keep going? What are the implications of that? So, the first couple episodes, I was talking about these things and the bond market and all this stuff. And there were some people saying that there was going to be these big crises happening in 2024 related to interest rates and all that. That did not really play out, I would say. So, so who knows, what's going to happen with all that. The other big issue I was talking about was like this homelessness crisis, which I just saw an article that, the number of homeless people is even higher now. So that's kind of the reality as I see it, is that this economic situation is not working for most people, and it's fundamentally it's not sustainable. And I don't know, it's this big question of like what's going to happen with all that. So I really don't have an answer, and I guess that's kind of why I stopped talking about that, because I have no idea what's going to happen with that. That's basically totally out of my control. And so I really shifted gears a lot and got into this social connection thing, which I had a big personal wake-up call. I reconnected with some friends who are very special to me, and we went a long time without talking, and we got back together last year, and I kind of just had this realization of like, this is really crazy that we went a long time without speaking to each other. And it wasn't because we had any like negative feelings. It was just kind of like nobody ever picked up the phone and called. So it just made me realize that I have all these really valuable relationships and people in my life, and why am I not putting the appropriate amount of effort into this really valuable thing that I have? And why am I putting so much effort into, reading the news or checking social media and all this other stuff, which is not bringing me happiness and reconnecting with these people and other people in my life, what has been a very fulfilling experience. So that's really where all that, the social connection episodes came from, and, all the spirituality stuff and the New Year's challenge. It's kind of just about what are the real priorities in your life, and then if those really are your priorities, if your priority is to be happy and fulfilled, like, why are we not putting the appropriate amount of effort into that? It's really not your priority if if you're not putting effort into that. And so I'm really proud of myself that I tried to make some changes with that, and basically it just came down to picking up the phone and calling my friends. And um a lot of friends from high school and college, we were still friends, but we just we talked to each other very infrequently. Maybe we would see each other around the holidays once a year. And I just think that I deserve to have those people in my life more often, and they deserve to have me in their lives. So it was really interesting. I guess I would call it an experiment, but just explaining to people why I was I was calling them out of the blue, and then hearing their reactions, and everyone was so into the idea and receptive to it. So that made me feel really good. It did make me feel loved by all these people in my life. And I was dealing with a lot of loneliness because I was on this big long road trip for a long time, and I would just be sitting around feeling like nobody cared about me, waiting for people to text or call me. And finally it was just like, look, if you want this thing in your life, you have to put in the effort to have it. And that effort is literally just calling people who I'm friends with, and the reward has definitely been worth that. So I know a lot of you were listening to those episodes, and hopefully you got something positive out of it. I just wanted to share that I had this positive thing happen over the last year, and I'm glad I had that realization. It's kind of a hard lesson to learn because there was a lot of years that went by that I didn't talk to a lot of people who I should be close with, and so now I'm trying to do things differently. So that was that. And then I did the whole Colorado Trail video blog, which was kind of just fun for me. I was able to start talking about my vision for this farming idea and just kind of give you a taste of this thing I had become really acquainted with or good at, I guess, which is this through hiking thing. I never thought I'd be doing that in my life, but just to kind of share the tips and tricks of the trade and to show you the amazing scenery that was out there. It was like just absolutely incredible. To do that was really fun. So that was that. And then I most recently did this book review of the One Straw Revolution. So it's kind of just to signify changing gears a little bit. I do have this big new project in my life, which is that I bought property in Cochise County, Arizona. So I'm trying to make this thing happen, and I'm going to be building my own house and kicking that off later this month, and have a bunch of friends and family actually coming out to help me with that. So I'm getting really excited. There's a lot of work to do for that to happen, but it's definitely going to be worth it. And I just really hope it's going to be a special experience. And I'm kind of just looking forward to sitting around the campfire at night and enjoying the stars. The stargazing is really incredible out here. So yeah, I've had all these dreams and ideas and stuff, and things have just sort of come together for me to actually start doing it, and that's really exciting. And so I'm happy to be where I'm at, and I have no idea what 2025 is going to bring. I hope a lot of good things, and yeah, I think a lot of amazing things can happen, and really I just want to be able to spend more time with people, with my friends and family, in person, and have people come out and help me with this project. So I'm really looking forward to that. And I want to do probably some video episodes about that. I don't have the internet yet, so I can't upload videos. That should be coming soon though. And I think that doing a video blog of this homesteading project will be a cool way to, again, just keep in touch with people and to show people what's happening out here. I do hope that a lot of you listening can come and visit at some point, but I know that a lot of you live really far away, and it's not practical to come out here, and you definitely can't be here all the time. So this, I think, will be a cool way to just keep people posted on what's happening out here, and I'm going to be learning a lot, and hopefully people watching can learn, and maybe you can give me some tips. So that's what's coming down, coming up next for the podcast. And I just want to say thanks to everyone for listening. This has been a really fun experiment for me, and I've appreciated all the feedback and everything from all of you listeners, which I know it's most of my friends and family, and that's fine. Like I said, it's kind of just a cool way to keep in touch with people. So I hope everyone had a great New Year's Eve, and I hope everyone has some exciting things planned for 2025, and I hope that a lot of you will make it out here in 2025, and we'll have some good times together. So that's it for now, and yeah, just Happy New Year, and I will be talking to you soon.